Of course.
I'm the scat man. Yo, do, do, do. Skimmy, dimmy, ding, yo, do, do, do. Yo, do, do, ba, da, ba, da, ba, dee, ba, 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 do. Ba, 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 do. Wee, ba, 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 do.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Reverse skunk last night. How about that? That's the old reverse sweep. Love it.
You know-
Every game went over.
Yeah.
And couldn't find point props. This wasn't me betting against. Oh, I did bet one under like an idiot.
Which one did you bet?
My night
Anaheim?
was a fever dream. I was on some Tylenol PMs, drifting in and out of consciousness. Dreaming of my bets and where it was, and waking up and looking at scores when I hadn't waken up. And I've woke up and I'm like, oh my God, it must be tomorrow. And it was 12:30 at night.
Well, it's funny because last night was one of those rare nights where I actually watched a full Raptors game. And I'm not gonna lie, I was really impressed with the way the Raptors were played yesterday and have been playing so far. And in the background, I was constantly checking my phone, and it was just goals all over the scoreboard. And then I'm looking at our plays, and I'm like, how come we get all these goals? We can't get what we're looking for. It's just one of those nights. It happens.
The Roslovic point would have been big. We had that boosted
huge.
over at Bet99 as well. And yeah, I had multiple units on it. Sad Josh yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
There are some points we need to get to. The assists that which I keep putting out are scoring goals.
Yeah.
Brock
Told you got to bet both.
It's kind of silly. It's kind of silly.
Bet both.
So many power play 1 D-man assists yesterday. Yeah, it was a really good point. There were. Oh, it brings me to the other point. Guys we shit on go off.
Who did we shit on yesterday?
I was shitting on Rasmus Anderson. He had two. Yeah, he went off. Oh, we shit on Samuelson in Buffalo.
Oh.
He had 2 assists.
Well, we were only shitting on him because of his contract.
I know, but guys we say negative things about.
Yeah.
Seem to.
It's that's a typical Aaron Karolnik move. And
that's his jinx, his reverse jinx.
Yeah, every time this guy lays into somebody on the air, something happens and they're superstars the next game. It's crazy.
Yeah, so keep an eye on that. Let us know at the end of the stream who we talk the worst about, and then probably put some chips on those guys. I can still only hear out of one ear right now. I need to it's.
Ooh, still got swimmer's ear.
I still got swimmer's ear, but I think it's the reason why I'm
swimmer's
sick.
Ear without swimming in the pool. Gee, I wonder what you were doing.
Stop! It's a really weird thing to only hear out of one ear right now.
I bet.
Sick kid at home, and I got a 12-game slate to look at that has a ton of moving pieces. And I'm like, you know what, Josh? I woke up this morning. I said, you don't deserve to bet props today. Just go money lines.
Ooh, okay. We're going to do that today.
No, we're not. Because I was going through them. They're not fun to bet.
No.
You can get much better numbers. You're like, okay, I love San Jose at plus 150 is good.
You love Lamp?
Yeah, I love Lamp. Thank you. That's how old are you in the chat? Let us know if you actually get that reference, because we are getting old. Let's roll Toronto. We are going, throw it up, producer Mick. Let's go. Decent count for a point. And this isn't a dude thing. And I'm just sticking to what works. Top 6 PP1. I know the power play's awful, but the minutes are there. And this line, I believe, played the most at 5-on-5 last game versus a bad St. Louis team. There you go. Anchorman for the win. Thank you, Seth.
Mm-hmm.
You said today that Scott Lawton's probably back. That helps some things out. I don't know if that's going to affect the top 6. I highly doubt it. But what have you seen, and what are you expecting from the Leafs today, considering personnel and the lack of bodies that they have? I thought there was a great quote that you guys touched on today in your morning show. The team's winning, but they're not winning. Right? They're not playing good hockey, but they're finding ways to win. Duffy was talking about it today, that the division hasn't gotten away with them
Yeah.
What are you expecting out of the Leafs tonight?
Well, look, I mean, when you end a 5-game losing streak and you do it in the fashion that you did, it's gonna send a jolt of excitement and positivity to the team because you come to the rink the next day, everything's feeling good, and you want to try to build on that. I think there's a couple things that have to factor into the night. One, try to build off of the momentum that you gained in getting a win, regardless of how it looked or how it felt. You got to win. But two, kind of feel like there's payback on the minds of the Maple Leafs, where only a couple weeks ago, the Columbus Blue Jackets fed the Leafs their lunch in Columbus. So, I think there's a little bit that plays into that in a player's mind where it's like, okay, we're playing this team, but I remember last time things didn't go very well, and you kind of want to have a better effort. So I know Columbus has a bunch of Ontario guys coming back to Toronto that had a career game last time they were here, and in particular Adam Fantilli. But for the Leafs, Nicholas Waugh skated this morning. Is he back in the lineup? Lawton's back in the lineup. Who are you putting in? Who are you taking out? And what type of energy are you going to get from those guys? I think you're going to get a lot of energy because this guy has had a rough start to the season, and all he's been wanting to do is just play. And Nicholas Waugh, maybe, relaxing for a game and having it and the way that it did, you come in and you can finally feel good about yourself again. Nyes is a big question mark too. I think so. A lot of it is going to depend on who plays, but with the Leafs right now, they almost have to buy into the mentality of it doesn't matter who plays. You got to find a way. And so I expect the Leafs to play another game that, regardless how it looks, they give themselves a chance to win, similar to Saturday.
All right. If you have the time, I suggest wait, see what happens with the line, see if Nice comes back. But that count, McMahon, Domi line played the most 5-on-5 versus St. Louis, 80% expected goal percentage, better line at even strength. And don't forget what happened in that Columbus-Toronto last game that was during, what was it, Game 6?
What?
Or Game 5?
For
the
what
Columbus-Toronto game, the game that Tavares scored what goal was it?
His 500th.
Yeah. Was that
the most meaningless 500th?
But who destroyed the Leafs in that game? Do you remember?
Who was it? Was it Olivier? It wasn't Olivier.
The Coyle, Sillinger, Olivier.
Oh, yeah. It was that line. Yeah. That's right. It was that line.
Absolutely off in that game. Coyle, 4 assists. Sillinger, 2 goals and an apple. Olivier, a goal and 3 assists.
Wow.
That's what you call get beaten up by the third line. So interesting to see. I don't know if Toronto has the offense to go to the over. I don't know if they're going to shell up now with a skeleton crew of a team. Joseph Woll is a question mark to play today. I would say he probably goes, but he's looked decent. So I'm off the total. Scares me. Let's go to Florida, where they're hosting the Devils. Florida minus 150, over under sitting at 5.5. And speaking of the Devils, we got E2, we got Hughes. Have you ever heard in the same week of guys having like serious injuries that are off the ice?
No. No, they're both freak accidents too. Hughes cuts his hand on a glass. What glass that was, how he did it, and for him to suffer an injury bad enough to put him on the shelf for 8 weeks, you have to think that there was some sort of tendon that was severed in the hand.
Ooh.
So, and then a barbecue incident yesterday in Florida. It's like,
how bad do you have to burn your hands to be out like multiple games?
Yeah, and like how bad of a situation did you actually encounter if you're burning your hands barbecuing? So, these guys make enough money to hire. Most guys should have somebody cooking their food for them, I would think, right?
Yeah. But, hey, opportunities are for other people. We go Gritsuk for a point here, plus 110. It's just one of those guys who I'm consistently betting on as he's playing on the top line with Bratton Heischer. And he took the most 5-on-4 shifts at 4 last game. So interesting to see. He's plus 640 for a power play point. I'm unsure if he was on that top line because it looks like Bratton Heischer only played like 1 or 2 shifts at 5-on-4. Interesting to see how it plays out, see if New Jersey does practice their power plays today. They do have some good beat reporters who will post that. And like I said, Florida down E2, who is a key member to that penalty kill unit. Jake Allen has been great for the Devils. I think maybe the Devils are being priced out a bit here. I have a slight lean on the Devils money line, but outside of that, losing a guy like Hughes, who consistently has been out of the lineup for this team, is easier to overcome, I would assume, for a Devils team.
For Hughes, you mean?
No, I just mean for the Devils, who are more used to Hughes not playing a full slate of games, right?
Yeah. And last year when Hughes was out, they were also decimated by other guys being out. Like, they're pretty full outside of Hughes, even though it is a big loss. I mean, like,
Yeah.
he was a big driver of their offense. But hey, man, like, again, you can go one of two ways when something like this happens. You could feel sorry about yourself and mail it in, or you could galvanize yourself. And, you know, if I'm a guy like, you know, Bratt or Heischer or Meyer, or even the guy that you put on this board, guys, how do you say his name? Gritchick?
Sure.
I mean, you don't want to wish for an injury, but you always want to hope for a bigger responsibility. And this is the time for some guys to absorb a bigger responsibility, inherit it, and go and do something with it. I always believe that hockey is one of those sports where you can find a way to still win without superstars in your lineup, because it's more of a team game than any other sport. Yeah, your superstars, you need them over the long run, but in a period of time, you could get by. I mean, just look at the Ottawa Senators. Ottawa Senators are a great example. They lose Brady Tkachuk. They're still finding ways to win hockey games. They're still right at the top of things. Like, you learn more about the group around your star players when stuff like this happens. You never want to play without them, but you still got to find a way.
Mikey Glove saves coming off the top rope there, saying McMichael did get demoted down to that third line last game, which kind of slipped between my fingers as he had a 3-assist game, and I thought he was still playing on that top line with Strome and Ovechkin, but it looks like, looking at the game log from Money Puck here, he was on that line with Leonard and Duhaime, so that's ace PP2. He still played 17 minutes, which was one behind Tom Wilson. Tom Wilson played 23 minutes last night. Ooh, that's a big look. Maybe there's something there. It's in the books. McMichael assist is there. I suggest maybe that's a lot of that had to do with playing on the top line. And I was looking at McMichael for 2 assists at plus 1750, to be honest with you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Coming off of 3, he's got 5 assists in his last 3 games. He's got assists in 3 straight games. Interesting to see the move down there. Appreciate that, Mikey. Off the game today.
That was a glove save for him.
That's Mikey. And thanks for keeping it clean as always. Jonathan Davis saying Samoskevich for a point, playing on that top line, plus 110, plus 240 assist. It's a good look as well. How do you find value? Find the injuries. Find guys that have to move, because as you see with Gritziak, it always takes a while for guys to get priced in. You see with Adam Fantilli, who moves like 5 points every game, 10 points until he gets to where he needs to be. And I think for a guy like Adam Fantilli, who's playing on that top line, playing power play 1, he should be at least minus 165, minus 160 for a point when you're playing 17 to 18 minutes with those spots. And I think that's kind of how I do a lot of my pricing. But we keep on moving. We keep on moving because there's 8 million games today. Islanders, Detroit. I do like the Islanders. I just think this is a bad spot. Detroit's minus 135 on the money line, over under sitting at 6. We're hitting the rookie Axel Sandin Pellikka for a power play point plus 600. Just checked. He did play the majority of the time on PP1, taking the cider role on that power play. 21 minutes last game. He has no points, assist marker right now. That might change, so it makes it easier just to decide whether you go on point, assist, or power play point. Detroit power play goals in 4 straight games, 5 for 16. While the Islanders PK 21 times shorthanded over their last 5 games. They're spending a lot of time down 4-on-5. And the Islanders, this is why I don't like the Islanders. And you can drop your knowledge on this one. They're on their last game of a 7-game road trip where they're already 5-1 straight up with 3 wins in extra time.
Yeah.
This is probably not the best spot to hit the Islanders, right? One more game before home.
Yeah, and it's weird because it's the one game home in Eastern time zone before they actually get home, right?
Yeah.
Because they were in Dallas, Colorado, and Utah. And normally when you already have this record, like 5-1 is really impressive.
Yeah.
For the teams that they played on this road trip. They started in New York with the Rangers. They went to New Jersey. They went to Vegas. They went to Utah and lost in Colorado and then bounced back with a win in Dallas. Like, those are some good teams that they're beating. Look, they suffered a big blow, losing Romanoff. I don't know how they're going to replace him on the back end, but I wouldn't put anything past, like, I wouldn't put any sort of tough situation, which this kind of feels like. Last game of the road trip, excited to get home. I wouldn't put any of that past the Islanders because Patrick Waugh has this team excited to play hockey.
Metric-wise, they're terrible still. They're not great, but they're winning hockey games.
They're winning.
Sorokin's great. Yeah.
Yeah, they're winning. So
Bo Horvat looks good again. Heineman point. Currently, Bet99 doesn't have a Heineman point. If Heineman had a point marker right there, I would certainly add him to my card.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't know.
for sure.
Can you touch on the Romanoff Rantanen injury?
Of course. I mean, look, I hate the injury. I mean, you feel for the guy. It was a really scary incident, but I also don't think what Rantanen did was completely intentional. Like, I look at that play and it was his incidental contact with the defenseman that was trying to hold him up that spun him in a position to push Romanoff into the boards the way that they did. Like, I don't think Rantanen went in and said, I'm going to bury this guy into the boards. And that's the reason why he didn't get suspended. Like, I hate the result of the play. It's bad. But it's a tough luck situation that I don't believe Eddie had any intent. I don't look at Rantanen as being that type of a dirty player or with that type of a dirty history. And it just sucks that Romanoff paid the ultimate price for it. So I think it was handled well. In the moment you gave him a harsh penalty, the fallout is you dissect it and you sort of sit there and you watch and you're like, well, if he doesn't twist up with the defenseman there, does the outcome become this bad? So it just sucks. It sucks for the Islanders.
It does suck. Now, how much of your career was spent with touch icing versus non-touch icing?
Oh my God.
But
all of it. Well, I wouldn't say all of it because it was after the 2013 lockout.
Yeah, you straddled it a bit, right?
Dude, that was like the worst play ever.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people don't understand, like, as a defenseman, going back to track that puck with someone coming in and barreling on you and having to absorb that contact.
Yeah.
That's a lost skill, obviously, in today's hockey. But I don't think there was a play that, looking back on it now, you're like, how did we manage to keep that in the game for so long? Who did you hate over your shoulder, know that was coming and got a full skate, like red line in, to just label you, but you had to go touch the puck?
Rafi Torres, man.
Rafi, off the top of your head, that's it?
Buddy, that guy in my junior career almost broke my neck. Like, he chased me down on icing, and as I went to reach for the puck, he clipped me, and I went into the boards hard. Thankfully, I didn't, get severely injured, but he's a guy that, multiple times. And look, I'm a good relationship with Rafi. I don't think of him any different. That's just the way he played the game. And as a forward, that's what you're taught, like, chase down your defenseman. Right. So it's a play I absolutely hated. When I knew I had to get in a race with a forward to try to chase down that puck for an icing, I'm like, oh my God, please. I can't believe I got to touch this puck. Because the forward's mentality is just going to be, screw the puck. I'm going to bury this guy.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, so terrified.
Yeah.
No, if anyone's new to the sport, go take a look at like touch icing hits. Some of the most aggressive things that I think have existed.
Terrible. And then the best thing was when they got rid of it and the puck went down the ice and I knew it was going to be icing. I didn't even move a stride. I stayed where I was. I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for the face off to come back down here.
Right? Like life changed for
For
defensemen.
sure, man. For sure.
All right. Jonathan Davis saying Paul Mary anytime goal plus 295 goals, 9 games versus Gibson. That's his angle there. Let's keep rolling. We got that St. Louis Philadelphia game. St. Louis, if you watch a Leaf game, is maybe the worst hockey team with some talent. They have bodies. They don't know what to do. I thought they have a great defense, like some good names on defense in Fowler and Falk, but they are out of sorts. And Philly hasn't played since Saturday. Is there an edge to a team at this point of the season with more time off, or is the edge for the team that skated earlier?
It's tough.
Saturday
to say,
to Thursday's an extensive amount of time off.
Yeah, it's not great because you get yourself out of rhythm. And I can tell you one thing: 20 games into the season, the one thing guys don't want to really do a lot of is practice.
Yeah.
And when I mean that, like guys like practice the day before a game, great, because that's routine. But more than one consecutive day of practices before your next game is not something that guys really get excited about because you want to keep your competitive level up. You want to keep in routine, and you feel like, and it all depends on what schedule they're coming off of too, right? I mean, if they're coming off of like 5 games in 8 days or 5 games in 9 days of travel, yeah, maybe an extra day here or two bodes well. Or maybe if they have something planned in those days, like a rookie party or something, yeah, okay, sure, great. But early on in the season, guys want these breaks later in the season.
Yep.
Not earlier in the season.
But this line in that San Jose game was absolutely on fire. 20 points for this trio in November, 8 games, 7 goals. And you know how I know that? Because I was on the Brinks, Cates, Forrester line to score. And every time Philadelphia scored, it was this line. I know there's been some juggling with the lines, but this line is intact. So hopefully that's the line that gets the run. Washington, Montreal. I touched on it. Connor McMichael, I have the assist at the bottom. I'm going to kind of avoid that. I'll put it on my record. I'm telling you not to bet it. If he is on that third line, he had 3. I thought he was still on that Ovi Strome line as I was sleeping, trying to get over this illness last night, and I just assumed that he was there. Tom Wilson played big minutes. He might be someone to look at. Suzuki to power play 2, Bolduc to top line and power play 1. Montreal is 9-1 to the over in their last 10 games, 4-6 straight up. Well, riding a 4-game skid should be Charlie Lindgren versus Samuel Montembeault. What we saw, and I mean, Montreal's power plays 0 for 17 over the last 6 games. We know that Marty's a guy who can push buttons, and I think he's one of the coaches who knows how to push buttons more so than anybody else. Is his move to put Suzuki down to power play 2 something that could maybe ignite both power plays that might see closer to 50% time with the man advantage?
Was that what they did? They moved Suzuki down?
That's where it is, yeah.
Hold on a second. Let me see something. So they moved Demidov there?
Demidov's staying on the top line. If I am correct. The power play information of late has not been fantastic.
Okay, so what I'm seeing right now.
Oh, it's okay. I'm seeing double Suzuki. Okay.
Yeah, double Suzuki.
That's why it's goofy. Okay.
And the reason for that is because I don't think Suzuki's staying on for the full 2 minutes.
No.
But they just lost Doc. Newhook is out. There's no Liney. So I would imagine that whoever they call up for Doc's injury, or even whoever played, I'm trying to think of who got called up. I mean, are you throwing Joshua Waugh out there? Maybe Oliver Kapanen can be a guy. Joey Veleno. It's all going to depend on.
has moved down to the second line. They did
that. That is something that they did
last game.
No, not last game. They did that. Where is it? Oh, see here on Daily Faceoff, they have Demidov on power play 2. with Slavkovsky on power play 1. Where are you reading that information?
Same. But they're tough. So usually in my spot when I'm going to go look at that, if there hasn't been anything in practice,
Right.
is to
daily face-off.
No, I'll go to Money Puck. Go take a look at their last game, which was a 3-4 shootout loss, and then I'll just go to time on ice. 5-on-4, which usually does, and they didn't have any time on ice at 5-on-4, which makes things difficult.
Yeah.
So that blows it up.
Yeah. So I guess it would be something to monitor throughout the day.
Yeah, and it's really frustrating to see when you don't get that power play information.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're trying to look at it and try to figure out what the power plays are, when do you work on power plays during practices, and usually how much time is allotted to it?
Well, normally it's either,
different for different teams. I get it. There's no
common thing would be morning skate, where you do a quick warm up for 10 minutes and then you split up into power play, penalty kill, and you work on it then. In practices, there's practices that are dedicated specifically to special teams where you're working on both. Or at the end of practice, you'll do a split group and work on it.
Okay, hopefully we get some work around for that. And today's a big day in terms of trying to find value with information, because you got 12 games. You got a ton of stuff moving, guys moving up to top lines, guys moving to power plays with game time, as Carlo said. That's when you usually have the power play practices. It pays to pay attention, and the NHL market doesn't move too quickly. But all right, that's all I got. It's McMichael. I'll stick with it because I put it in and it's on the bottom, but I suggest staying off.
And look, Montreal's been giving up a ton of goals lately, man.
Oh, yeah. And that's another thing, right? Like the Jakub Dobeš hot train is over. We can safely say that. And I think we're starting to see Montreal regress a bit and come back down to earth. But Edmonton, Tampa Bay, I don't know who has it worse than the Oilers right now outside of the playoff picture. Awful goaltending. Second straight night on the road. Gave up a 7-pack. Let's talk worst case scenario for this team. How badly do things have to go, and at what time of the year do they have to make a decision if they aren't a playoff team?
Who are you suggesting this about?
Edmonton.
Oof. I don't really know what the answer is for that, because the last 2 years they've almost been very similar.
I know,
with their
but let's say they aren't. Let's say
year.
they keep it the same. They keep playing this brand of
I think
hockey.
January 1st.
Okay.
Right? Because then you got the whole month of January, and then you got the whole month of February for the Olympic break.
Yeah.
Right? So how many games do teams have left coming out of the Olympic break?
I don't know. It would probably be similar to last year's Four Nations, right? Somewhere around 20 games.
Well, similar, but probably less, because Four Nations was only a 10-day or 7-day tournament, right?
So this Olympic will certainly be more of a grind than Four Nations, correct?
Yeah, because it's a 3-week break.
Crazy.
Right? So we'll see.
I still laugh so hard at the Oliver Bjorkstrand when he was in Seattle, when they said you're going to Florida for the All-Star game, when he wanted his time off. Right?
Yeah.
You made the All-Star game, Ollie. He wasn't happy at all. I know obviously playing for your country is pretty important, but a 3-week break is pretty awesome in the middle of an NHL season for guys, no?
If you're not playing in it, yeah, absolutely. It's awesome.
Yeah.
For sure it is.
Any Olympic futures? I don't know. I'd like Bedard minus 500, Celebrini minus 700 to make Team Canada.
Oh, that's what that is right now?
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, but I don't know if it's reflective of what
decisions will be made.
Yeah, who's the decision maker? Davidson?
Who?
Who's picking the teams? Who's the GM
of Team Canada?
Yeah.
Oh, Doug Armstrong.
Why did I say Davidson?
Yeah, I was going to say, where did Davidson come from?
Davidson Armstrong. Yeah, because 2 syllables, generic 2-syllable names. That's where that comes from. But they'll probably only take one, I would assume, right? Like, it's exciting for the game, but we're not going to get
I don't know,
it.
man. Like,
It's too good for hockey to get.
But not just that. Like, what type of like message are you sending to players? Like, if one of those or both those guys don't make it, like you're clearly telling these guys that, hey, we're going to monitor your progress during the season, and if you're having a great year, you're going to be in consideration. Both these guys are top 5 in scoring in the league.
I know.
How do they not deserve to be there over other guys?
Yeah,
I understand the whole Tampa thing. Yeah, Cooper's the coach, and he wants Hagel and Cirelli. How do you justify telling everybody that Hagel and Cirelli made it because their coach is the coach, and you keep these two guys off that are lighting up the league?
Add Braden Point to that conversation as well.
Braden Point too, or Brad Marchand. You know what I mean? Like Sam Reinhart. Like these guys were like Point and Reinhart were part of the top 6, and Marchand's going to be a legacy guy if they take him. But how do you explain to everybody else that you leave Bedard and Celebrini, who have earned their position on that team because of their play, that they're not on it? I don't know. It's a difficult decision.
I agree with you. I obviously want them both on the team, and I don't think that Hagel, Cirelli, Point, Reinhart will be on the team.
Yeah, he's one of the 6 that were named.
Okay, yes, that makes sense.
So is Point.
Point's one of the 6?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I think I'd know that, but I didn't think he was on that top 6. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So
he's guaranteed on the team.
Yeah.
That's dog shit. Oh, he's such a nepo baby, but like your own team, John Cooper, whatever. Yeah. Frustrating. But anyway, I hate when people say, well, Bedsy's maybe not the best guy in his own end, or I watch him skate. That guy has such a great motor in terms of going up and down the ice and back in his own end. I know he might've been looking for the Hattie when he was trying to get the puck the other game, but whatever. Elite talent should be on display at the Olympics. Chicago, we go here. Love Chicago. -115. Chicago's, I'm driving the Blackhawks bus right now, but we're going to go Burakovsky with the Chicago money line +185. We have Bedard now at a 1.5 point total. Chicago, I know. Celebrini, not there yet. Chicago, 1 regulation loss, their last 8 games. It's going to be a Spencer Knight start. He's 7-3-1. He's the number 1 goalie in goals saved above expected per 60. Like I said, Bedard Rocket, the Blashill Coach of the Year, Knight Vezina 25 pays $120,000. And Seattle.
That would be sickening to pay out.
Oh, gross. Oh, I'd be getting season tickets. Seattle lost the opener of their East Coast trip 4-2 to Detroit. And Seattle's one of those teams, the exact same vein where we were talking about who was our team yesterday who we didn't know. Oh, the Minnesota ones who brought up their
Wallstead in net again.
Scary. Wallstead starting to become one of those scary guys.
Yeah.
Seattle. I think Seattle's a slightly overvalued team that can be beat day in and day out, in Chicago at home with last change has the advantage. No love for the Rangers here in Colorado. Colorado, an absolute wagon. I think their last regulation loss was 11 games ago. I have no play on this game, but they take Will Cooley off the power play 1 after scoring goals. And I think it was a Jeff Vayet tweet. They said JT Miller is like rocket fuel when you're winning and an anchor when you're losing. Did you see that clip of JT Miller giving up that second goal at San Jose?
Yeah, he had Vegas legs, bud.
Yeah. What do we like is with that kind of and that guy's wearing your seat.
Ooh, see what N. Perez said? You know who passed over Wallstead? The Oilers.
Yeah, that's indeed.
Yikes. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
But like it's Miller. It's the same Miller talk that we've been having for like multiple years now.
Yeah.
Can they win with Miller leading this team in that effort? without crapping on a guy. I know.
I think they believe they can. That's why they acquired him, right? It's like, again, you're not going to make. At least I'm not. I'm not going to make a big deal out of one incident in a game that might have been at the end of a shift and was tired. Like, it happens.
Could have been 2 minutes on the ice.
I'm still going to take JT Miller on my team because I know for 85% of the time, you're going to want players on your team playing like him and the way that he plays. So
I just think they're in a really bad spot versus Colorado, who's a wagon. And if Colorado can pull off a move to upgrade that middle six again, they're dangerous.
I don't think they need to, though, man.
I know they don't need to.
See, here's the thing, and this is so I did my preseason predictions, and I had Colorado and who was my team? Oh, Rangers was my team in the East. Okay. And everyone's like, Colorado, really? Over Vegas or over Edmonton? I said, guys, do you know how much turnover Colorado had on their roster last year? Like in season, they replaced both goalies.
Yeah.
And they had 7 different player changes on their roster. Like I said, yeah, okay, they got to the playoffs, they lost in game 7, but they brought all these guys back. Like, this is the year where you're going to start to see all that start to mesh together because guys are starting the year, part of the team, comfortable, and they can just find a way. And I hate to say that I'm right, but this is exactly what's happened. Everyone's comfortable there now.
Is McKinnon creeping into that tier of McDavid's?
Yes, absolutely.
Like to me, McDavid was always tier 1 by himself. And then it was McKinnon and Kucherov. I mean,
I would put McKinnon tier 1B.
No, you can't cheat like that. You can't put tier 1B. He's either in the tier or not.
Well, I mean, obviously McDavid is the A alpha and the McKinnon's the B.
in tier 2.
No. Sure, if that's the way you want to label it.
I don't know. I think McKinnon is taking a step and being the best player in the league.
Okay, so here's an update on the Leafs. So Lawton is in and Sammy Blais is out.
Okay.
And Wall is starting.
Okay. Good for the Leafs. Top 6 still the same?
So it's Nylander, Tavares, Yarncroc, McMahon, Domi, and Robertson.
Oh, I can't catch a break with my place here. Cowan's down.
It's Lawrence, Lawton, and Cowan, and Joshua, Quillen, and Michelli.
Oh man. When you're running cold, you're running cold. Cowan on the third line. Awesome. Boo Ernst. And I do think that Calle Yarncroc has information on every coach in the NHL that has them in promiscuous situations that he can blackmail them on. And I don't get it. As a former player, how do you know, like, how does he keep getting opportunities like this?
Some guys just find a way, man. And
Okay.
you sit there and you shake your head and you're like, how? But some guys just find a way.
Vegas money line, -110, coin flip, Utah. They stink. There's my analysis.
Perfect. Love it.
Awesome. Utah's lost to Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, Islanders, San Jose, Anaheim in their last 7 games.
And I love this last one that you have. Celebrini, Smith.
Well, if they're going to win, they're going to win. If San Jose's going to win, you might as well just take that Smith Celebrini point. Yeah. Well, it's still at 0.5 to add here to make this plus 300.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. On Fuego.
All right. We're running long here. Appreciate you guys. Update. Easton Cowan now on the third line. Don't bet it. I have it in my account. I told you to do it. I apologize. Connor McMichael also been moved down. We'll worry about that. I'll post that on the post when I put on X. Keep an eye. Practices are going. Find those spots. Find those guys moving up, moving down, power play points. Get it all. You can bet those at Bet99. NHL Puck Props presented by Bet99. On covers. We're back here tomorrow, 10 a.m. Get some fluids. Get some rest. Going to be a long night. Josh Inglis, Carlo Colaiacovo. Lead us out, pal.
Let's get back on track tonight, buddy. Ciao.
Yo,